Hi guys, Mrs. H here. I am going to do a lesson with you today on sounding out CVC words. And CVC words are consonant, vowel, consonant words. So the first letter would be a consonant, next would be a vowel, and then another consonant. And the reason why we are going to try and sound these out is because sometimes we can look at a word, like one of our sight words, and real easy, we can look at it and we can read it, and it says I, am, right? As, to, all of those are sight words. We just look at them and we know what they are. That's why they're called sight words. But sometimes we want to read a word that we haven't seen before. So we need to sound out each letter in that word and then blend them together so that we can make words, because letters make words, words make sentences. So in order to read a word or a sentence, we need to sound out the letters first. So the fun activity that I have for you today is called Pound and Sound. So we're going to start with the green, because green means go, yellow, and then red, and red is stop, right? So what you're going to do is, if you're at home, you can just color a green, yellow, and red square on your piece of paper. Or if you have paper that you can cut out, you can do that too. And I did mine on a dry erase board, but you can do it on just regular paper too. If you don't have a dry erase board at home, that's okay. So when we're reading our letters, we want to do each sound by itself. So the reason why we're going to do pound and sound is so that we can slow down. Instead of just trying to guess and read the word, we're going to slow down and sound out each letter by itself. So we go k, a, ch, k, a, ch. So each time I pound on one of those squares, I say the sound k, a, ch. And then when I'm ready and I know that I've got all those sounds, I've got a big thumbs up, I'm ready to go, I'm going to try and blend those sounds together. K, a, act, cat. So once I get them blended together, then I can make it go a little bit quicker and I can make the word. And our word is cat. So now, another way that you could work on reading your letter sounds and blending them together is if you were going to drive through them. So we're going to do a CVC word, drive through. So if I started with this letter, a, t, right? Now, if you notice, I kind of wrote those silly on there, didn't I? That's not how we write letters normally, is it? But I want you to go really slow so that you can sound out each letter. So that's the reason why I wrote them kind of funny. So you had to stop and slow down a little bit to actually look at the letter and hear the sound. So I'm going to do a drive-through. I've got a little car. You guys probably have cars at your house. Whatever kind of car you have, you're going to start at that first letter. And you're going to make the sound for that letter. Drive up to the next one. And that sound is a. Drive over to the last letter. T. So when we drive it all the way through, a, ch. Right? So now we're blending because we drove all the way through. So this time we're not going to stop. We're going to drive all the way through and blend those sounds together. At. Go a little faster. Hat. So now you've made the word hat. Good job, friends. Keep working on learning and saying those letter sounds and trying to blend them together, because letters have sounds, letters make words, and words make sentences.